as simple as it gets. Look at 37 years of age compared to 26, 11-0. 42-13, meaning this is his 56th professional fight. All that experience, will that be the difference maker?
It's time for featherweight action. Here is Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA moves now to the featherweight division, set for 3 5-minute rounds live on Showtime. We introduce the blue corner. At 5'8", weighing in 146 pounds even tonight. He makes his Bellator debut, bringing an undefeated professional record, 11 victories, no defeats, presenting Timur Khizriev. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'10", weighing in 145.2 pounds, the veteran holds a professional record of 42 wins, 13 defeats, ranked at number 7, the 2-time world title challenger, Daniel Weichel. And the referee in charge, Kevin McDonald.
No, back up for me. Back up, back up, back up. We're not doing a face-off. Behind that line.
No official face-off, but they're about to face off here in featherweight competition. Again, Daniel Weichel turning 38 later this month. Timur Khizriev, he turns 27 tomorrow.
Let's go.
Weichel, the experience advantage. Khizriev undefeated and entering his physical prime. And there's that kick right away to the midsection of Weichel.
Oh no, that touched the bottom of his chin. That was right there.
And there's an inside low kick. The speed already on display of Khizriev.
Right there with that television, you saw when you saw that big movement as Khizriev gave that feint, you saw Weichel giving all that space. Right there is telling you that, oh, he's fast, I need to move. That's a big tell in the early part of this fight.
There's a right hand behind the left of Khizriev, framing, pawing. Weichel feinting, trying to get Khizriev to bite. There's a body kick from Khizriev and an outside low kick by Weichel. Weichel was supposed to have another opponent, found out that he'd be facing Khizriev the beginning of the month, John, so not too much time. And he was going for a to the face.
We talked about that with him, and he said it was actually a good thing for the change. He said that the person that I was working out with, the wrestler that I had brought in, actually mimicked Khizriev more than he did his first opponent. He said, so it actually was a benefit to me. We'll see.
Weichel landed the right. We had Khizriev probably watching the last fight, going for that right uppercut like our last fighter, Daniel James. Oh, and there's a right hand from Khizriev. 2 minutes gone in the first. Exchange.
And you can see Weichel is still fast, but Khizriev's just a little bit faster on those shots.
There's a counter, and now, boy, good exchange here in the center of the cage. Midway point of the opening round. Pumping the jab, footwork and speed again on display from Khizriev, and there's Weichel. Jumps in and then gets countered.
Weichel coming forward a lot more now in this part of the round, so he's starting to feel a little bit more confident in his ability to counter with Khizriev.
Khizriev mixing mixing up his attack with punches and kicks. He's at double digits in connects, while Weichel right now only credited with landing 5 punches thus far. But again, trying to gather that data, John, and assess what Timur Khizriev is all about. There's another exchange, but the good counter right, popping Weichel's head back.
And you watch how he did that. That was beautifully set up by Khizriev. A counter right landing cleanly.
Final 60 seconds of the first frame, double jab by Khizriev. And there's the change. Oh, nice cartwheel escape by Weichel, the veteran, with some tricks of his own.
Nice grappling by both. Khizriev had that. As he let go of the body, you saw Weichel coming in, circling out over the top.
Solid 1-2, and then he stops Weichel with the right hand. Weichel's looking to land a front kick, John.
Yeah, Weichel is going to have to be careful.
Oh, kick caught. And again, a couple rights from Khizriev.
When he's coming in, those counters are catching him every time now. He's going to have to figure out either head movement or foot movement to get himself offline from those shots.
Spinning back kick by Khizriev, who completes his first round in Bellator.
Stop. Clean break. Round 2.
Round 2 of this featherweight fight between number 7 ranked Daniel Weichel and the debuting Timur Khizriev, one of his training partners, Magomed Magomedov. He will tangle with Patchy Mix December 9th at Bellator 289 in one of the semifinals in the Bantamweight World Grand Prix. We heard from Danny Sabatello and interim champ Rafian Superstops, and thankfully Big John McCarthy was in there to keep things from overheating.
Both of those guys are so fun to be around. They talk beautiful smack.
These two, well, there's a couple of smacks in the face of Weichel by the 1-2 of Khizriev. Goes downstairs to the legs with a kick.
And again, a beautiful counter right hand. Take a look at those total strikes right there. 37 of 79 for Khizriev. 8 of 43 for Daniel Weichel right now.
Four-punch combination culminated with that right hand to the jaw of Weichel by Khizriev, who's beginning to pick up his pace, the reads, the timing, staying just out of range, and yet, John, as we mentioned, being able to effectively counter. And there's a calf kick. Oh, good counter right hand from Weichel.
Weichel's going to have to start to open up more. He's going to have to go after it. Right now, he's not throwing with enough combinations and not enough as far as the numbers. He's got to start really utilizing his kicks and get his hands going. Because the accuracy is also not quite there right now. And Khizriev just keeps on touching him.
Yeah, Khizriev's just thrown, well, just crashed the 100 strike mark. So he's thrown over 100 strikes. 2 minutes gone in the second round in the fight, I should say, total strikes. And
that's got to be about twice what Weichel is throwing.
And well said, well done, John. Absolutely, 2-1 in the terms of the output. There's a front kick to the body by Khizriev, and he's done a good job of mixing up his attack, and again staying at the perimeter. Weichel taking a chance, costing him now because he's on his back with Khizriev in top position. Khizriev though backs away.
And this is a lot of people when they see a Dagestani fighter, they think of Khabib Nurmagomedov, and that it's going to be that crushing, wrestling. Well, Khizriev comes from Magomed Magomedov and Zabit and all them. They love the stand-up. They utilize the wrestling, but they like to be in the stand-up. And most of his fights are him utilizing his stand-up and sometimes going to the ground.
And of course, Weichel very comfortable on the ground with 22 submissions, but right now in a butt scoop position where with 2 minutes left, Khizriev, I guess, doing just enough to, it's almost like Ali and Inoki all over again. Boy, Ali's legs were never the same.
Stop.
That had a little bit of a different rule set. They didn't give much for Inoki to do besides that.
And of course, Antonio Inoki recently passing away. He will be honored New Year's Eve as part of Bellator MMA versus Ryzen from the storied Saitama Super Arena. Double jab, beautifully done, splitting the guard of Weichel. Khizriev doing a good job of establishing the jab and doing a good job in almost every department.
Take a look at the total kicks there. Total punches landed. He's just way ahead right now. That jab, he's now starting to establish that jab. And it's touching the mark, and that's only going to open up his other tools.
Went for the body kick. Weichel looking to counter with the calf kick downstairs. A minute left in the second. Again, an effective jab for Khizriev. Weichel trying to parry it. Catches that kick attempt, but Khizriev able to escape, lunging it with the left, and again, the effective counter from Khizriev.
A very nice job, and you notice he has no problem switching from southpaw to orthodox or back. And you really can't see a style where you say, well, he's just much better in this stance than he is in the other. He is good with both.
And he's obviously the advantage in this range, John, in terms of being very effective with his striking and avoiding most of the damage of Weichel, although Weichel's landed the occasional counter as well.
Speed's been the big difference.
Yes, footwork and the speed of the Bellator newcomer, Timur Khizriev. We are through 2.
Stop. Clean break. Third and five.
Third and final round. How do you have it after 2 on your unofficial scorecard?
Oh, right now I have Khizriev up 20-18. He has been the leader in this dance the entire time. He's landed the better shots. His speed is starting to take over, and the counter shots have been outstanding.
Nice, beautiful left hand. The punch placement to the body and immediately upstairs. Lightning quick speed, John.
It's the real difference, and this is what happens when a fighter, and look, Daniel Weichel is a great fighter, and I love watching the fight, and he's not slow, but comparative to Khizriev, you can see there's a speed difference, and that's causing him the problems.
Snaps the jab again through the guard of Weichel. Very active with that lead left hand is Timur Khizriev, and again switching stances, and Weichel changed levels for a moment. Thought better of it after the reaction of Khizriev. A minute gone here in the final round. Double jab again by Khizriev.
And you look.
Nice counter.
That was a beautiful right hand over the top. Not a lot of MMA fighters utilize the jab like you'll see in boxing, but Khizriev is doing a great job with it. It's setting up all of his offense for the most part.
You know, Vadim Nemkov likes to use the jab. He is our defending light heavyweight champion. He and Corey Anderson meet in the rematch in the $1 million light heavyweight Grand Prix final in the main event after their first fight declared a no contest back in April after an accidental clash of heads opened a big cut over the left eye. Nemkov, as Weichel closes the distance and pins Khizriev on the fence and takes him to the mat, gets his back.
And a beautiful job. You saw how Weichel used his leg to pick up the leg of Khizriev. That's what helped him bring him to the ground.
Began training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at 15, and Daniel Weichel, again, more than half of his 42 wins have come via form of submission, including 10 rear naked chokes, which he's in a position right now to maybe try to work on.
He is. He needs to be very careful, though, as far as the position he's in. He's also got that leg right now, but he can go into a Suluev stretch. There's all kinds of different attacks. He's just trying to figure out what's the best thing I can do at this moment and not get too high.
That's exactly what it looks like he is beginning to think about, is that patented Suluev stretch. Not a comfortable feeling for anyone. And now looking to snatch the neck. And backdoor escape by Khizriev. Although down the arm. Weichel transitions, looking for the armbar. Khizriev defends well and escapes. And this is probably why Khizriev was content to back away from Weichel when he had him down.
Well, Weichel's a black belt under Thomas, and so he understands the ground. He's got a good submission game.
Khizriev was just...
And it's obvious Khizriev has the advantage in the stand-up right now.
Absolutely, no doubt about that.
Thanks to the money punch, the fundamental stick, the jab. But he's been knocking, he's been tempting with that right uppercut as well, has Khizriev. But Weichel gets sniped with that straight left, and you're right, we need to see an uptick in the offensive output of Daniel Weichel.
I don't know if Daniel can do that based upon, look, he's put out a lot trying to work hard in this round, and he's had his opportunities. It's just the speed is causing him a problem. He's pressing.
Yeah.
He just can't get his shots off based upon his real speed.
There's a jab from Weichel, but again, 80 of 188 and counting, 18 of 96 for Weichel. So one-way traffic in all facets of this fight. Under a minute left in the fight. And a jumping knee.
He's hurt.
Weichel tagging him. He nailed him. And you're right, momentarily bothered, beginning to recover here. So Daniel Weichel looking for the dramatic conclusion, and he needs it in this fight. Continues to eat the jab of Khizriev.
Oh,
a kick to the face.
The front kick landed.
So two major strikes by Weichel in this round, and yet Khizriev still standing, looking to remain unbeaten in his Bellator MMA debut. Plenty to like from the fighter from Dagestan as they go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go now to your three judges at cage side. Your first, Michael Bell, scores the fight 29-28. While judges Brian Puccello and Scott Jones both see it the same, 30-27. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision, Timur Khizriev.